not trauma dumping. We're not doing that. This is not what this is for. Like, I'm getting out of that, like, talking about my traumas, apologizing for things that, like, I myself don't even understand. I sent my apologies, sent my heartbreak, sent my ends. I got everything on my heart to anybody and everybody, to all my traumas. Like, I'll let you go.
Work, because if not, then I'm not eating. It's really forcing me to have to eat better or make better choices, which, like, God knew what he was doing, giving me this job, man. I'm gonna finish this all, and I'm gonna work out.
Because I'm doing it now too.
I've always been a creative person. I've always loved music. It would be so ideal if I could actually make a living, you know, with music. And at that point, the only way to do it was to be like a rock star or whatever. And what am I going to do? And then I thought, I'll throw my own show and I'll like make postcards.
Your own art show.
Do my own art show. So I asked Grammy Pat, I was like, can I use your house? Like, I'm going to put orders and I'm going to send out invites and invite people. I've got to sell some.
And you said, instead of saying like, I need to go get another job that's more stable, because all creative industries are completely unstable and you never know what next.
But those were good too. And I was like, damn.
My friends and I used to make these.
You had two sort of creative outdoor. You had two sort of video approaches. One was the vibe video, which was
That is, I can't handle that. I have to now. And I was like, I don't care about these things. What's the thing that really lit the fire under my ass to succeed at it?
sure. But when I thought about it, it's still impressive.
Your career when your brain is not fully developed.
Like I never felt like money and fame was something that was not the point of you with YouTube. YouTube for you was almost like this, and I think so important because most state where you are creating is when you're in that.
Back again. Back to back. First of all, I don't even know if I'm singing the lyrics right, but I just know something about, you know? Okay. Wait, one more time, maybe again. Backs to them. Come on, I gotta get back into my Nikki face, because I think just that woman empowerment vibe without all the sex. Let me just come back, y'all. Okay, and we're back. Alright, let me close that door. Okay, y'all, so I'm here so excited to eat my oatmeal. Let me go warm it up. I'll be back. Okay. Now we're back. Okay, so we're eating our oatmeal. It's giving. I think she put cinnamon in there for me and everything because I'm not an oatmeal kind of girl. But we're working on that. We're healing, we're eating, and we're just loving life. My brother's wife made it for me. Thank you to her. So I guess just have a little girl talk. Lately, I've been doing some real reflecting and gaining some knowledge. Today, I listened to Emma Chamberlain's podcast. Okay, my favorite way of gaining knowledge from people, or knowledge in general, is literally just talking. So it's like, I feel like I really love podcasts. Her and her dad were talking, and I forgot what the title of the podcast necessarily was, but it's like a more recent one. And they were giving like a lot of like great insight to creatives, and it's interesting to me because I feel like everybody's a creative in a sense, but creative in what area is important. I feel like everybody's trying to like force themselves into this certain kind of niche, and I feel like something that they really mentioned and I love personally is when they were talking about her dad's journey, and it just gives so much me, like practically just doing jobs for the fun of it, like, and that's literally what I do. Like I worked at icing, I worked at Macy's, I worked at the bank, I worked in the food, you know, I worked in many industries, and for food I worked as a DSP. But it's like, for me, as soon as you take the joy of it away from me, I'm leaving. So lately I've actually been working on that though. I'm not saying that's for everybody, because I feel like, especially with the pressure of society, and then it's just like I take care of myself, you know, and it's just like I feel like I was at that point where it's just like, okay, I always say I never cared about the money, even like I threw away literally everything I owned before for God, like just trying to build my faith. It honestly did. It gave me a new faith within myself. It took a while, because it's like, it's not like what I thought it was is not what I thought it was. And it's just, it just shows, because, and it's funny because like before it even, I just know God was carrying me through because like of dreams and stuff that he showed me from before. You know, everything happens for a reason. So, you know, like, but I still have to say, like, I don't know, it's like I'm just on my journey and I'm just loving it. Like, something that she mentioned heavy was like having the right everything around you, like the right people, not even just the right friends. I'm learning that horribly. Like, you know how you have sweet lessons in life? You know, I feel like people lessons is one of the hardest lessons you can have, because I'm the type where I give so much of myself to where I'm empty, like literally empty. And there's too many times where I reached a breaking point in my mental state, not because I'm not strong, but because it's like I didn't preserve myself and protect myself, you know. So like I'm at this point where it's like I deserve so much better, like better than anything I've been allowing myself to receive. It calls for a new sense of scenery, a new sense of like surrounding. That's why I'm saying I came out the state. I'm originally from New York, as many people know. I'm from the Bronx, like, yeah, it's ghetto, and I love it just like that, you know. But it's just like I'm learning, like, no, you know what I mean? Like, so much time people like they assume things that I did not do, assume things that I say. And it's like I mean so much deeper by the things that I say. So it's just like, you know, I've seen a quote actually, and it was like, small minds talk about people, average minds talk about events, and great minds talk about ideas. I'm always talking about like ideas. I speak in like metaphors and like similes, and it's just like I never understood why, honestly. I guess it's because I'm like a poet. Like, your girl deserves so much better. Like, the way I have to keep letting people hurt me, and then it's like I'm always trying to fix bonds, and then the moment I stop trying to fix bonds, either that bond falls, or it's like I'm blamed for not trying to fix that bond anymore. And it's just like, or like I'll fix bonds and then, or like apologize for things where it's like people don't even care about that anymore. Like, they moved on. I'm just reopening wounds that just, you know, like, so it's just like I'm moving forward, like, honestly. And one thing about me though is I'm a communicator. So it's like, if I feel like something's weird, I'm gonna say it. My tone, it be, especially if I'm like feeling away, I'm real with my emotions. Like, I feel like that's also why I don't really fit sometimes in the corporate world, in a sense. I had to quit that bank, like, when I was working in the bank. Like, oh my gosh, like, I'm just not a person that's like, oh yeah, conceal your emotions, da, 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 da. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not me. I just don't feel like I'm being true to myself. Like, and I'm learning, okay, you don't always need to be 100, because being 100, you're gonna lose people, honestly. And I feel like I lost everybody. But honestly though, funny enough too, is like, okay, so I'm a church girl, or I used to be a church girl, and that was something that, like, before all of this even happened in my life, somebody had said that, like, God is going to, like, he was like, it's gonna be hard and you're not gonna understand, but like they're gonna get rid of everybody. And he got rid of everybody. You already know everybody. So I'm like, okay. So they was like, afterwards, the reason why is because he just wants to do some things for you. So I'm like, okay. And I'm standing on that. And it doesn't mean money. It doesn't mean, because, yo, I'll give whatever I have to whoever needs it. That's just always been my heart. But it's just like, just blessings, like happiness, joy, like, and it's just like, I'm learning, like, you don't always need to be happy, like giddy, oh my God, yay, da, da, da. You know, because that's me a lot of the time. But more so like peace, like even in my like sadness, just being in peace. Yeah. Like, I don't know, it's just like the best thing that you could really ask for the world, in the world. Like, dang, like, even though like things just don't seem okay right now, peace is coming, or peace is already within me. Like, even when I'm startled, or like my ship is rocking, you know, as a for real though, like when my storm is here, it's just like, yo, like, just be still. And it's funny because like when I went through like this like crazy thing in my life, like it was just like God just kept saying, be still, be still, be still. I did not know what he meant, and me not listening, I'm pushing for answers, pushing for questions, like revealing things that God is showing me. And it's like, not everything God show you you're supposed to tell people, like, because it's like you yourself don't even have the interpretation of what he's trying to show you. Like, everything's a learning lesson. I feel like I've held so much against myself for my past, and like because of that, it got to the point, like, I've always been a forgiving person, but because it's like, yo, you don't really know, like, honestly, yo, it's like, now I get it, like, yo, until that it really hurts you, like, because stuff has really hurt me, but I've always like, yo, you know what, I'll get through it, I'll get through it, I'll get through it. Yo, no, like, until like, yo, there's no redemption, like, until there's like, damn, like, there's no going back from this, like, that kind of forgiveness takes time, but it can start in action now. So I'm learning, and it's just like, yeah.